trial conducted before this tribunal began over 8 months ago. The record of evidence is over 10,000 pages long, and final arguments of counsel have been concluded. Simple murderers and atrocities do not constitute to the gravamen of the charges in this indictment. Rather, the charges of conscious participation in a nationwide government-organized system of cruelty and injustice in violation of every moral and legal principle known to all civilized nations. The tribunal has carefully studied the record and found therein abundant evidence to support beyond a reasonable doubt the charges against these defendants. Harold, in his very skillful defense, has asserted that there are others who must share the ultimate responsibility for what happened here in Germany. There is truth in this. The real complaining party at the bar in this courtroom is civilization, but the tribunal does say that the men in the dock are responsible for their actions. Men who sat in black robes and judgment on other men, men who took part in the enactment of decrees and laws, the purpose of which was the extermination of human beings. Men who in executive positions actively participated in the enforcement of these laws, illegal even under German law. The principle of criminal law has this in common in every civilized society. Any person who sways another to commit murder, any person who furnishes the lethal weapon for the purpose of the crime, any person who is an accessory to the crime is guilty. Harold further asserts that the defendant, Janning, was an extraordinary man and acted in what he thought was the best interest for this country. There is truth in this also. We believe he loathed the evil that he did. Janning, to be sure, is a tragic figure, but compassion for the present torture of his soul must not beget forgetfulness of the torture and the death of millions by the government of which he was a part. Janning's record and his fate illuminate the most shattering truth that has emerged from this trial. If he and all of the other defendants had been degraded perverts, if all of the leaders of the Third Reich had been sadistic monsters and maniacs, then these events would have had no more moral significance than an earthquake or any other natural catastrophe. But this trial has shown that under a national crisis, ordinary, even extraordinary men can delude themselves into the commission of crimes so vast and heinous that they beggar the imagination. No one who has sat through this trial can ever forget them. Men sterilized because of political belief, a mockery made of friendship and faith, the murder of children. How easily it can happen. There are those in our own country too who today speak of the protection of country, of survival. A decision must be made in the life of every civilized nation at the very moment when the grasp of the enemy is at its throat. Then it seems the only way to survive is to use the means of the enemy, to rest survival upon what is most expedient, to look the other way. Well, the answer to that is survival as what? A country isn't a rock. It's not an extension of oneself. It's what it stands for. It's what it stands for when standing for something is the most difficult. For the world, let it now be noted that here, in our decision, this is what we stand for. Justice, truth, and the value of a single human being.